Hello students, in today's lecture number 2 of unit number 3, we are going to study about pressure control valves. So these are the references where you will find the most of the content for this lecture is taken, and this video is made as a part of a classroom teaching and having no commercial purpose. So what are pressure control valves? Pressure control valves are used in hydraulic system to control the actuator force and determine the select pressure levels at which the certain machine operation must take place. That means whenever we want to control the force of the actuator, we usually use the pressure control valves. So it has some functions like limiting maximum system pressure at safe level in the circuit, then regulating or reducing the pressure in certain portion of the circuit, then unloading the system pressure, then assisting sequential operation of actuator in the circuit with a pressure control, then any other pressure related function by virtue of a pressure control is achieved with the help of pressure control valves, as well as reducing or stopping the pressure levels or stepping down the pressure levels from a main circuit to a lower pressure in the sub circuit. Now we are going to study for each particular function, this function, the type of pressure control valve is different. So there are different types of pressure control valve that we are going to study. So the first type is pressure relief valve, then pressure reducing valve, then unloading valve, then counterbalance valve, pressure sequence valve, and brake valve. So we are going to study the circuits associated with the all these types of pressure control valves. So first, the simplest part is simple pressure relief valve, which is usually you have seen many diagrams, hydraulic circuit diagrams. So this particular part is called as a pressure relief valve. This symbol is of pressure relief valve. It is an integral part of every circuit. Uh, it opens at one particular pressure in, and it allows the high pressure fluid which is coming from the pump to drain back to the tank if that particular fluid is not used in the fluid line. So this is the simple function of a pressure relief valve. Uh, it acts like a fuse, uh, just like a fuse in the electric circuit. It is just like a fuse in hydraulic circuit. So it might be a simple spring operated, or it may be a pilot operated. So this is a symbol of a pilot operated pressure relief valve. In this there is a separate pilot signal which is made available for the pressure relief valve to function. So this numerical will tell you how to set the pressure relief valve. So a pressure relief valve has a pressure setting of 200 bar. Determine the power loss across the valve. If all pump flow 120 liters per minute flows back to the reservoir through this valve. So Q, that is discharge, we know, we convert that into meter cube per second. Then the power loss is calculated by pressure multiplied by the discharge, and that power loss we are going to get is 40 kilowatt. So 40 kilowatt of power is lost just by uh, operation of pressure relief valve in the circuit. So next type is pressure reducing valve. The function of this type of valve, which is normally open type of valve, and it is mainly used to reduce the pressure in the specific location of the hydraulic system. It is actuated by downstream pressure and tends to close as this pressure reaches the valve setting. So you can see that this is a working diagram for this pressure reducing valve. You can see that the fluid is flowing freely through the spool, but when the downstream pressure reaches above certain limit, this will make this will put a pressure from this downstream side of the spool, and it will try to close the uh, the downstream port, and it will close that at one particular time. It will completely close that port so that the pressure which is there at the downstream side will reduce. Now this pressure reducing valve is mainly used in hydraulic press, where two different operations are performed at two different forces, or significantly different forces are required for two different actuators which are connected in the same circuit. So here you can observe that cylinder 2 operates at the pressure which is always less than the operating pressure of cylinder 1 because of the pressure reducing valve. So this is a high pressure operation, you can say, and cylinder 2 or this particular operation which is there, that may be a low pressure operation. So this is a low pressure operation, this is a high pressure operation. So just because of this pressure reducing valve, with the same pump you can achieve both the operation in the same hydraulic circuit. Then unloading valve. Unloading valve are pressure control devices that are used to dump the excess fluid to the tank at little or no pressure. A common application is high low pump circuit, where two pumps move an actuator at high speed and low pressure. The circuit then shifts to a single pump providing high pressure to perform the work. Now operation is somewhat similar as that of earlier, but let's study the difference in the application. So here you can find in this circuit the location of pressure unloading valve. So this unloading valve is used where there are two pumps used in this circuit. One is low pressure high flow pump and another is high pressure low flow pump. The usual application of this is in hydraulic press, where you can find that for the clamping of job you don't require much of a pressure or force. That is why the clamping operation or the operation of that particular hydraulic ram to reach towards the job has to get completed faster. So for that you need high flow, that is you need more discharge, more velocity of actuator is achieved by using this by when this pump is supplying. But when you want that particular hydraulic pressing operation to get performed, then you require more force but you require less speed. So in that condition, this another pump, high pressure and low flow pump, will supply to the circuit. Just because of this presence of this pressure unloading valve, you can make sure that either one of these two pumps will supply to this actuator. So this is a typical application in the hydraulic press. Now there is a difference between unloading valve and pressure reducing valve. You can see that pressure relief valve and unloading valve has different symbols. Here you can see the pilot is to the downstream line in pressure relief valve, whereas in unloading valve it is a remote pilot is used. So there are advantages of using unloading circuit when the feed and speed of the machine need to be varied. Okay, and when the high speed is required during the air cutting, high flow pump can be used to get the rapid extension from the cutting speed is saved, and when cutting is taking place the torque requirement is high. At that time low flow pump will be used. This is what I told you in the previous slide. So another type of valve is counterbalance valve. Here counterbalance valve, the symbol you can see here. Now counterbalance valve has a specific function. These are normally closed type of valves and primarily used to maintain the back pressure on the vertical cylinder to prevent it from the falling due to gravity. They are used to prevent the load from the accelerating uncontrollably. Uh, so for that there is a separate mechanism of working. So the pressure setting is slightly higher than required to keep the load from free falling, and when the pressurized fluid flow through the cylinder's cap end, the cylinder extends, increasing the pressure and in the rod end and shifting the main spool in the counterbalance valve. This creates the path that permits the fluid to flow through the secondary port via direction control valve and to the reservoir. As the load raised, the integral check valve opens to allow the cylinder to retract fully. So next type is sequence valve. So the sequence valve has symbol which is mentioned over here. Its operation is somewhat similar as that of the counterbalance valve. You can see that the sequence valve is usually used uh, in the circuit, so that we need to arrange a sequence of operation. Now in this particular circuit, you can see that there are two different cylinder. One is it's an example of hydraulic press. There is one clamping cylinder and there is one bending cylinder. So first this operation should be like first clamping operation should finish, and then bending operation should start, then bending cylinder should retract, and then unclamping operation should occur. Now this is a simple sequence of operation. If this sequence is violated, then there may be a damage to the mechanical part which is going to under process in the hydraulic press. So this is achieved by using sequence valve, by putting sequence valves in the circuit. So now you can easily see that there are two sequence valves which we have placed in this circuit. One is placed on the cap end side of the cylinder 1 and one is placed on the rod end side of the cylinder 2. Now whichever the operation which you want to delay, on that side you need to put a sequence valve. Now this sequence of this operation will be: cylinder A will extend first, then cylinder B will extend, then cylinder B will retract, and then cylinder A will retract. So this is how this operation will take place, just because of this sequence valve. We are going to solve a detailed numerical based on sequence valve and counterbalance valve in forthcoming slides. So the thumb rule in the thumb rule about setting of the pressure relief valve in the circuit is that it should be 10% higher than a compensator setting, or minimum it should be 200 per square inch. If you want to purchase a pressure control valve for a particular application, then few rating or few specification you should know, that what is the maximum pressure limit at which you are going to operate that valve, what is the maximum flow at which is available at your particular end, then what kind of a filtration level you can achieve in that particular hydraulic circuit, and what is the fluid type, and what are the viscosity range of that particular fluid, and what is the physical size. Okay, so this completes this second lecture. In next lecture we will study about flow control valve. Thank you.